Exercise 12, question number 12. It is written, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other. What is meant by this? A quadrilateral has been taken. Okay, suppose any quadrilateral has been taken. Okay, let's take it as like a parallelogram. Here given ABCD is a
স্যার এটা করানো হয়েছিল
no, you're wrong. ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay, question number 12 I didn't do. Okay, now it has two diagonals, AC and BD. It has two diagonals, AC and BD, and let they intersect at the point O. Okay, write down let write down let in a quadrilateral CD. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
yes sir
The diagonals AC and BD what is written? The word is bisect, not intersect. It is written that they are bisected at the point O. Bisect, the word is bisect. At O. What is meant by this? Can you please let me know? Bisect means what? Can I write? AO equals to OC and let me know. BO equals to
OD.
OD. Now you have to write down with the help of, in every math we used to write this with the help of vectors. It is to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Is a parallelogram. Just vice versa proof. I think all of you have copied it. Now what is to do? Can you please let me know? After writing the proposition, we must give the vector sign. You see, A to B, D to C, A to D, along the parallel portion. Now you see diagonals AC and BD. If you give vector sign in this way, then BD is to be given also upward direction, in the upward direction. Okay, I think you have got giving the vector sign. Is it okay? Have you copied it?
yes sir
Now write down proof. Okay. In triangle AOB, let me know the triangular addition of vectors. AB plus BO. You see, BB will be omitted, is equal to AO. Yes, we can go from A to O. Please try to understand. If you fail to understand, please let me know. You did a lot of maths on this, right? That means we can write down here AB is equal to AO minus BO. Talk to me. Is it okay to all? At first, try to understand what is the definition of a parallelogram. The opposite sides are equal and parallel. So our first duty is to make the side AB and the side DC are equal and parallel. Okay. So for this, I have taken here AB. In the same way, write down in triangle COD is opposite triangle COD. Write down in triangle COD. What you get here? Can you please let me know? OD plus DC is equal to what? OC. You see, DD will be omitted. OD plus DC equals to OC. Now, from here, we will find DC. I told you AB and DC. So we can write here. We can write here DC is equal to OC minus OD. Can you please go to the particular enunciation? What was written for OC? Can you please let me know? What was written for OC? Particular enunciation.
Sir,
AO.
AO.
Write down AO. What was OD? OD equals to what? BO. Given or by hypothesis. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now you mark it as by equation 2. Can you please similarize equation 1 and equation 2, right hand side of equation 1 and 2? What is given here? AO minus BO. What is given here? AO minus BO, right? So their left hand sides are equal. What is meant by this? Their right hand sides are equal. What is meant by this? That is, their left hand sides also will be equal, right? You see, these two are equal. That means AB and DC will be equal. Write down. Therefore, from 1 and 2 we get from 1 and 2 we get AB is equal to DC. What I told you that day, after writing this, you are bound to write down in this way. They are absolute value sign. AB is equal to DC. Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
That means, therefore, we have to write AB equals to DC and the lines of support of the vectors AB and DC are same then or parallel. But they cannot be same here. But they cannot be same here. Therefore, what should write now? Therefore, the lines of support of the vectors AB and DC, that is, the lines AB and DC are parallel. What is the definition of a parallelogram? The pair of opposite sides will be equal and parallel. That means AB and DC, a pair of opposite sides, they are equal and parallel. I have proved. Similarly, we can write down. Similarly, it can be proved that AD is equal to BC and AD is parallel to BC. What is meant by this? ABCD is a, therefore, ABCD is a parallelogram. Talk to me. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
And we can write here. Dear students, I am going to do a math now, which is the most important in the book. That is example 3. All of you are required to read the question number 3 from the examples, exercise 12. All of you are required. It is written in the book, it is given in the book, it's okay in the book. Even after that, I have to show it. Because upon this math, we have 3 creative questions. So please pay attention. Example 3. The most important math, 100% is important. I want to tell you to go through this question at first. You did this question in a geometry, mathematics geometry, exercise 6.3, theorem number 15. You also did this math in class 8. So please pay attention. Actually, what is given in this math, you see, try to understand. Suppose ABC is a triangle, okay? And here, M and N are the midpoints. M and N are joined. Very easy and simple. M and N are the midpoints. So what you know, MN is parallel to BC. You also know that MN is half of BC, right? But with the help of vectors, you have to prove this. We can prove it in geometry, okay? But with the help of vectors, you have to prove this. Write down. Let you see my statement. Let MN be the straight line joining the midpoints M and N of the sides AB and AC respectively. In a triangle ABC. Please try to understand what I have written. Let MN be the straight line joining the midpoints M and N of the sides AB and AC respectively in a triangle ABC. Okay? With the help of vectors, it is to prove that with the with the help of vectors. It is to prove that Mn is parallel to BC and Mn is half of. I think you have got it. Now it is the initial point A from A to vectors AB and AC. You see, from the point A to vectors AB and AC to vectors AB and AC, I have marked. Okay. Now you see, it is in this way. In this way. I think you have copied it. Give the vector sign. If you don't give vector sign, you will get totally 0 mark. So pay attention for giving vector sign in the figure. Now proof. In triangle ABC, we want to apply the triangular addition of vectors. That is AB, talk to me, plus BC equals to, is it or not? BB will be omitted. That is AB, BB will be omitted. So we will be left with AC. In the proof, something is told regarding BC. So, well, we find BC here is equal to AC minus, it is equation 1. There is another triangle AMN. Write down. In triangle AMN, in the same way, in triangle AMN. Can you please write down? AM plus MN. AM plus MN is equal to AN. You see, MM will be omitted, so we'll be left with AN. Every time we are getting the same result. Now you see, something is told in the proof regarding MN. So MN equals to AN minus, right? Can you please let me know what's about AN? AN is half of AC. AM is half of AB. Why? Because M and N are the midpoints. Side note. Side note. N and M are the midpoints. Are the midpoints of N is the midpoint of AC. You have to write AC in this way and AB in this way, respectively. The word is respectively. You can give here this sign so that you can remember that here vector sign is to be given here. Is it okay to all? Actually,
Yes,
you
sir.
have tendency, you all have tendency not to cooperate, not to interact. Okay, that is, you feel shy. Okay, you know what will happen in the course of time. Huh? When you will be required to talk, then you will also feel shy. You will be ashamed. Anyway, the person who is good here, also good everywhere. Don't think that you will be the best. I mean, somewhere or else. anywhere. Not that. Anyway, we can take half common. That is AC minus AB. Now, can you please go to, equation number 1? What is written here? AC minus AB equals to what? AC minus AB equals to what?
BC.
Let me know. So write down BC. So we are done, you see. Is it? Very easy and simple. From 1, we have written. Okay? Sorry. Now, what is to write? Can you please recollect your memories?
Absolute
Here
value.
what was? Here what was? Mn, right? There was Mn. Is it? After that, the same thing is to be written for every math. Therefore, Mn is equal to half of BC. What I told you to give absolute value sign. Right? That means Mn is equal to half of BC. And that lines of support, will I write or you will write it? I have written it about 10
Will
times.
be equal or parallel.
Yes, same or parallel. Okay? Will you write again? Okay, I'm writing it because it's the most important math. And the lines of support of the vectors Mn and Bc are same or parallel, but they cannot be same here. Therefore, the lines of support of the vectors Mn and Bc, that is the lines Mn and Bc are parallel. In the particular enunciation, we wrote, we have to prove that. Can you remember? No vector sign was there. We have to prove that they are parallel. No vector sign was there. So actually, you see, we don't have any vector sign here. I think you've got me. Okay. Now I'm going to do another math that is really very, very tricky. Question number 11 from the book, from the exercise. Question number 11. But this question and question number 11 actually have similarity and also dissimilarities. You have to differentiate question number 11 of the exercise with example 3. So you all are required to compare exercise 12 question number 11, exercise 12 question number 11 with example 3. All of you just take some time to understand. What is the difference? Let me know. All of you are required to pay 100% attention for this math because it will be given in the exam. It will be given in the exam. It will be given in the exam. And you will get 0 mark. You will get 0 mark. You may not get 0 mark. Anyway, so pay attention. Write down. Please go with me. Let in triangle ABC, what is given? P be the midpoint. Midpoint of the side AB. In this question 11, there is written midpoint of a side. Then it is written that a straight line is to be drawn passing through this midpoint and parallel to this. Its parallel means this angle and this angle will be equal. Corresponding angles are equal. That means if it is Q, if we mention it, if we name it as by Q, then PQ is parallel to BC. It is given in the question. Okay, I repeat, P is the midpoint of AB, a parallel line. Okay, PQ, a straight line parallel to BC is to be drawn. I have drawn PQ, which is parallel to BC. They are parallel because their corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so they are parallel. You will take the scale and you can do it. You write down what I am going to write down and pay attention. And PQ parallel BC be drawn. Where PQ intersects, not bisects, intersects AC at Q. Can you please tell me, for the previous math, we had to prove this. PQ parallel BC. Please, can you remember? Can you recollect your memories? In the previous math, we had to prove that they are parallel. But in this question, they are parallel, it is given. So what is to prove? We have to prove that the parallel line PQ as or thus drawn will bisect AC. I mean, AC will be bisected at the point Q. In the previous math, it was also given that Q is the midpoint. But here we have to prove that Q is the midpoint. Have you got me? For the previous math, it was given that Q is the midpoint. Okay, but in this math, we have to prove that Q is the midpoint. Write down with the help of vectors. With the help of vectors, it is to prove that Q is the midpoint. Q is the midpoint of AC. Just read the question again and similarize with my statement. Take time, take 10 seconds time to understand. Read the question again and read my own. I hope you all have read out. Okay. Are you getting it or not? Talk to me. Hello, everybody.
Buchi sir.
Only one. Okay. I am successful that at least one student has understood. Okay. Now, proof. What I told you, after writing the proposition, what is to do? You have to give vector sign. From A, you see. Okay. You see. In this way. Is it okay? Okay. Write down. In triangle ABC, AB plus BC is equal to AC, right? So from here, we can write down or BC equals to AC minus AB, equation 1. You know, I did the same for the last math. Here, we have to prove that Q is the midpoint. Okay, that's good. Suppose, write down, suppose Q, okay, is not, Q is not the midpoint of AC. Please try to understand. We have to prove that Q is the midpoint. Okay, we let Q is not the midpoint. If Q is not the midpoint, then there is a point. Which one will be midpoint? If Q is not the midpoint, please try to understand. If Q is not the midpoint, so there must be a point which may be the midpoint.
P.
So it's okay. P is the midpoint of AB. I am telling for AC. If Q is not the midpoint, so there will be point on AC which will be the midpoint. Suppose it is AC, it is Q. So very good. Let Q be not be the midpoint. So there will be midpoint here or here, here or here. Is it? Okay, let's go. Let's take a midpoint. Suppose it is the midpoint. Name it M. Suppose Q is not the midpoint of AC. Very good. Let M be the midpoint of AC. Sorry. We join P, M. Talk to me. Please don't forget this line. M be the midpoint of AC. Now, in triangle APM, write down. Then, in triangle APM, what should we write? Can you please tell me? AP?
AP plus PM equals to AM.
You are absolutely right. AP plus PM equals to AM. Give vector sign. Okay. Like the previous math, we have to find PM here. So we can write implies that PM equals to AM minus AP. Talk to me. Is it okay to all? Implies
Yes,
that
sir.
PM is equal to, what's about AM? AM equals to what?
Half of AC.
Because I let that AM is the midpoint. Can you remember? I am doing the math considering M be the midpoint of AC. Right? AP equals to what? Half of?
Half of AB.
It is given in the book, in the question, that P is the midpoint. So we can write that AP is half of AB. This AP is half of AB, we can write. And AC, PM is half of AC. I took M as the midpoint of AC. So what is the side note that can be given here? Write down M and P are the midpoints of AC and AB respectively. I think all of you have got me. This is AC, this is it okay? Now you see, we can write here PM is equal to half, first bracket, AC minus AB. Can you go to equation 1? Please go to equation 1. What was written there?
PC
Equation.
equals to AC minus AB.
So that I can write here. Okay. AC minus AB equals to BC. It was given in equation 1. Write down from 1. From 1 we can write it. Then what is to do? Let me know. Therefore, PM is equal to half of and let me know the lines of support of the vectors PM and BC. You write down the same thing. I think you are getting me right.
Yes,
And
sir.
the lines of support of the vectors PM and BC are same or parallel, but they cannot be same here. Therefore, the lines of support of the vectors PM and BC, that is the lines PM and BC are parallel. We are not done. We are not done yet, okay? Actually, we are not done yet, okay? Dear students, this is the high time to understand. What you have done, it is as usual. Now you have to understand. Can you please let me know what you just wait? We are not done yet. What was given in the question? PQ, parallel. Can you go to your particular enunciation that is called preposition? There it was written PQ parallel BC.
Yes, sir.
Perhaps you are not copying, or perhaps you are giving less importance. Anyway, that is up to you. I am not waiting for your reply or your answer because I have come to know that you normally don't know how to talk. Anyway, in the particular enunciation or so-called preposition, it was written that PQ parallel BC. But what we have proved today, now PM parallel BC. We have proved now PM parallel to BC. Is it possible? Suppose it is BC. It is same BC, okay? A point P, suppose a point P. In class 6, you were taught that from only one straight line can be drawn passing through one point or same point which is parallel to given straight line. That means we can draw a parallel line passing through P like this, here in this way. This angle and here this angle. That is their alternate angles or equal. Have got me? Their alternate angles are equal. Is it possible to draw any other line which is parallel to BC passing through P? Can you draw? Can you
No,
draw a
sir.
line like this? Can you draw a line like this? Will they be parallel? Can you draw a line like this? Then will it be parallel to BC? No. That means not more than one straight line can be drawn passing through the same point parallel to a given straight line. That means it is a given straight line. Okay. And it is a given point P. We can draw only one straight line, that is PM, or that is PQ. Any of these, either PM or either PQ. Not two lines, only one line. But we have got two lines here, PQ and PM. And we have proved that both PQ and PM, both are parallel. Okay? Now you write down. After that, you write down but PQ parallel to BC. So it is contradictory. That is not more than one straight line can be drawn passing through the same given point, which is parallel to a given straight line. That I told you. Now I have written that. Not more than one straight line can be drawn passing through the same given point, which is parallel to a given straight line. Okay, that means I am telling it again. This is the given straight line. This is the given point. So only one straight line can be drawn. Only one straight line can be drawn, which is parallel to this given straight line. These are parallel. So, as we have proved that this is parallel to BC, PQ is parallel to BC, it is given, and we have proved that PM is parallel to BC. Actually, it is contradictory that we let M be the midpoint of BC. It was a wrong conception. That means we can write here, after that you write down, therefore, M and Q will coincide. You understand? They are not two different points. They indicate the same point. If M is the midpoint, then M will coincide. That means we can write in this way, write down. That is, therefore, M will coincide with Q. Okay? So M will be there where there is Q. So if M is the midpoint, then Q is the midpoint. Is it? That means, therefore, Q is the midpoint of AC. So it is done and it is proved. Everybody? What will you do? At home, example 4 will be taught by you.